So I've returned to Trés Bien now, and it's very much that case of... I can't present anything to Maya from the evidence here that will convince her to come with me back to the Vitamin Square, but the only thing I can think of is, like, explain the situation about Victor Kudo to her, because he has a thing for waitresses, as it says there, and then see about whether or not she'll want to come with. I don't know if I'd want to if I was her. Oh, it's that old man. Is he still feeding the pigeons? Yeah, he fed me as well. Got a bunch of the seeds in my eyes. Oh, ouch. Hey, Maya. Would you mind coming with me for a while? Huh? Me? Why? There's something I really want to ask that old man. Sure, okay. Now I'll just get changed. No. Hang on. Can you, go like that? I guess? Oh dear. Sir. You again. I see. Nick, his eyes are burning into me. It's okay, I think it's going pretty well. Huh? You're still just a little child. Run along and play on the slide, alright? Play on the slide? We were so close. Just a little more and we would have had him spilling. Pigeon. How can we crack this guy? Yeah, I don't know. Excuse me please, sir. Quiet. Can't you see I'm feeding the pigeon? Ah, Mia. Well, if you don't mind, sir, I'd really love to talk with you. Yes. Of course. Certainly, I'm Victor. Victor Kudo. Even from beyond the grave. Wow. Alright, I'm assuming we can get some stuff out of him now. Yep, what you saw. About the incident. You mean the man who died after drinking the Javachino? Like he's a different person. It was quite a shock, even for me. He was a strange-looking boy. The girl took the Javachino over to him, you see. And? Was the customer alone? Definitely. He was the only person at the table. Then he took one sip of his Javachino and he said something like, and then collapsed, dead. Oh, how terrifying. You're so good at listening, aren't you? I'll tell you anything. Whatever you want to know. He certainly seems to be telling the truth now. It looks like Mr. Kudo didn't see this other man either. Trés Bien. Do you like the food at Trés Bien? Well, of course. I'm really quite a sophisticated man. I was a young businessman once, you know. I set up a casino in London. When? That would be my question. When? Because casinos were only allowed recently. Really? How interesting. Eating the food at the restaurant really takes me back to my days in France. What a lovely story. London's in England, not France, yeah. Oh yes, France is wonderful. I'd love to show you around the city sometime. It's too much. God, take it. I want France. I can't believe Mia's laughing at the guy. Dear oh dear, Trés Bien regular. You visit Trés Bien a lot, don't you? Of course. I mean, yes. I'd like to come and see you there. Really? Oh, you flatter me so. The owner would be delighted to welcome you, I'm sure. Careful of that chef, my dear. The chef? You mean Mr. Armstrong? That's right. The man's an ex-con. He's an ex-con? Oh, Armstrong's a record. Whatever did Mr. Armstrong do? Oh, no, those eyes. I can't take this. Mia's really got this guy eating out of her hand. He steals things from his customers. From his customers? Gloves, handkerchiefs, little things mainly. He's a pilferer. So be careful around him, my dear. That's where the Magatama went. Are you sure about this? Of course, he was arrested for it once. I was there when it happened, having my Javachino. He really is a regular. Let me write you a little haiku about it. A haiku? A Japanese poem. It'll explain all you need to know about that chef. Victor's note. Added to the court record. Convicted before a wicked man or woman. Repeat offender. Yeah, Victor Kudo. If he takes anything again, you let me know. If it's not too expensive, I'll buy you a replacement. Poor guy. He couldn't do enough for Mia. Okay, Phoenix. That's about as much as I can do to help. Thanks, Mia. It's some really important information thanks to you. Honestly, can't believe Maya called me for something like this. I mean, it worked, didn't it? Alright then, so I'm guessing we go back and speak to Armstrong now. January 6, Trés Bien. Guess it's about time to wrap up today's investigation. You changed. Had enough of being a waitress. Yeah, plus no one came to the restaurant. Oh la la, Mademoiselle Maya. Non. How can you leave me like this? Yep. I'm sorry? That reminds me. Mr. Armstrong had a cyclock or 3, didn't he? Did he? I can't remember that. I'm going to have to break those. I'm going to have to break him. Mr. Armstrong, I hope you won't mind, but I'd like you to have another word with you. Volunteers, of course. Okay, let's present the Magatama then. Oh yeah, because it popped up before, didn't it? And that's when we realised, like, we didn't have the Magatama, but it must be close by. That was it. Maggie's motive. What is happening? I do not like this horrible feeling. I have to know the truth. What happened that day? Allures. I will confess everything. Just don't hurt me. Huh? Well, that was a new world record. It was a lottery ticket. A lottery ticket? The man who died here had a lottery ticket. For $500,000. $500,000? Oui, but after the incident, this ticket... it disappeared. The ticket disappeared. This was the motive that the prosecution gave for Maggie. They said that she poisoned the man to get the $500,000 lottery ticket. Why didn't you tell me about this sooner? Mais alors... You've been trying to hide this information about the lottery ticket from me. And I want to know the reason why. Non, monsieur, you doubt me. But I've confessed to you everything I know. Mr. Armstrong. The $500,000 lottery ticket, I think I know who took it. I think the winning ticket was stolen by this person. Well, considering that he had $500,000 in debt... Well, how about it? Seva? Excuse me? It means... How are you? Oh, I'm fine, thanks. Bien, I'm happy to hear it. Doesn't sound like I'm doing so fine with his cyclops, though. Okay, it's gonna be his profile then. Poor Maggie, she was tempted by le evil, no? No, if it was really Maggie, then you'd have no reason to hide the facts from me. Mr. Armstrong, the $500,000 lottery ticket? I think I know who took it. I think the winning ticket was stolen by this person, so it person is what we wanted. Okay, yeah. Same logic, just different bit. Mr. Armstrong, I believe there's a very high probability that it was you. Ah! Wow, that is one piercing scream even for a man like him. Yeah, I don't think I could do that justice. Ms. Pourquoi? Moi? Why? You have no evidence. Pourquoi? I am not Master Mask. I am not the kind of person who steals the property of others. Sorry to disappoint you, but Mr. Armstrong, but I have evidence to the contrary. I present to you proof that you have stolen from others in the past. Wasn't? Victor, but it's got to be Victor's note then. What is this? A poem? Oh, monsieur, you know me so well. I adore poems. Please read it. And put some feeling into it. Convicted before a wicked man or woman. Repeat offender. I'm sorry to have to bring it up, Mr. Armstrong. But you have been arrested for stealing from your customers before, haven't you? Mon Dieu, le mensonge, you are the liar. You deny it? Do not make les false accusations, s'il vous plaît. So do you have any proof? I want to see the incontestable proof that I have ever stolen from one of my customers. It's gotta be, I feel like that's gonna come up at some point, isn't it? Oh, wait. My katana was taken. Take that! Seems old habits die hard, Mr. Armstrong. What is that? This is my Magatama. And I found it in your kitchen. No. Wow, that screen just about broke some windows. Oui. I have a weakness for little trinkets and the figurines. My hand, it just slips out. I cannot stop it. You've stolen handkerchiefs, gloves, and other things from your customers, right? Oui, it is the truth. I am just a timid little girl inside, monsieur, a timid little girl. Besides, this time, it was not a small trinket, oui. It was $500,000. Mais non, why would I steal it? I have no need for such money. Really now? Oh, monsieur, what is it? Isn't it true that you're in some pretty serious trouble? And that you're in a desperate need of a large amount of cash? There we go. Take that! This restaurant is deep in the red, isn't it? Ah! You have a loan. To the tune of $500,000. That lottery ticket would have wiped out your debts. Well, Mr. Armstrong, what do you have to say for yourself now? Oh, monsieur. Yay. Maggie's motive. Mr. Armstrong, you said that the victim had a winning lottery ticket for $500,000. How did you know he had something like that in the first place? The man, he was listening to the radio with his earpiece. Maggie said something about that too. The winning number was announced on the news, I think. All of a sudden, he exploded. Yes, $500,000, he shouted. And the ticket. He had all of his tickets spread on the table. I was so desperately in need of money, so I put the poison in his coffee. No. Oh, non, you naughty man. I simply helped myself to one of his tickets. What? The victim collapsed and Maggie passed out. I thought to myself, pourquoi pas? Yep, he had so many of them. Yeah, but only one of them was the winning ticket, right? Would you do that, Mr. Armstrong? Maggie was arrested because of you. No, this is not true. Winning ticket. I did not take it. The ticket for $500,000, I mean. But you just told us you did. You said you took the ticket. Mais non, ma fille. It was not. That's enough. Huh? Hey. Mr. Gadot. What the heck are you doing here? Ugh. This is without a doubt the worst coffee I ever tasted, Mr. Armstrong. And he's tasted all the coffees, and they're all bad. So that's how bad this is. It's bad of the bad. Came in here for coffee. As his craving for coffee no bounds. Perhaps Mr. Armstrong stole one of the victim's tickets on the day in question. Am the airhead non? Just a pretty little girl who everyone is laughing at. But in that case, Maggie shouldn't be the only one under suspicion. He had the wrong ticket. What? Mr. Armstrong made off with the winning ticket's pretty neighbor. So the ticket he took was worthless? Not quite. He did win something, $1. You see, I am just a pretty face. Without my looks, I have nothing. So, what happened to the winning ticket then? The one he meant to steal? Indeed, what did happen to it? I don't like spoiling myself by watching trailers, so we'll just wait and see how the movie turns out tomorrow, won't we? Maggie has it. Voila, you two. Time to laugh at the pretty little airhead. Looks like I won't be needing this note anymore. Victor's note thrown into the trash. Wait, whoa! Looks like we've got a new mystery now. Namely, where did the winning ticket go? Got a bad feeling about this. Well, anyway. Can't let Maggie suffer any longer for this, and certainly not again. To be continued. Right away, of course. January 7th, 9:48 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby. Number 1. Oh, I see. I guess I should have expected this. Nobody saw the other guy, huh? But he was there when I took the coffee over, sir. Scout's honor. Maggie? Detective Gumshoe. Are you doing alright? How are you feeling? As if you need to ask. I have a question, sir. Don't let him get you down, Maggie. And don't forget to eat well, okay? Roger. Lloyd! And you. Yes? You'd better square this case away, got it, pal? Maggie's innocent, you hear? If you screw up, then I'll be doing some squaring away myself. Squaring away some paperwork for your arrest. I think he's serious. Hey, detective. You're on our side for once, right? Yep. So you'll be able to help Maggie out, right? Really? Can you, sir? Of course. I've got the situation under control. I'm going to be the first witness on the stand today. Uh-oh. If something I say doesn't mesh with the facts, make sure you point it out, alright? Sure. Okay, we're forming united front today, pal. You get me? Uh-oh. Why does that worry me? I can't tell you how grateful I am, sir. I've always admired you so much, detective. I know I can count on you. Looks like it should all go pretty smoothly today, huh? Can only wish. January 7th, 10 a.m. District Court, Courtroom, number 4. Number 4? Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bird. The defense is ready, Your Honor. He's at it again. Ah, bitter. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? What's wrong? Nothing. It's just whenever I addressed you in the previous trial, your response was, "You're just talking to me?" It was a little, well, intimidating. No, that wasn't me. That was the phony Pheonix. I see. So our trusty Phoenix Wright is back with us now, is he? Our trusty. So, Mr. Gadot, your opening statement, please. Mr. Trite, whether you're a fake or the real one, we will find out soon enough through this trial today. And I can already tell you, I'm the real Phoenix Wright. I wasn't questioning whether you are Phoenix Wright or not. I was questioning whether you had studied law or not. That's what I intend to find out. No denying it. Behind that mask is a man who really hates me for some reason or another. Probably senses that I'm playing this game and I like tea and hate coffee. He knows. He knows. As everyone is aware, the court has already given its verdict on this case once. Therefore, I won't stand for irrelevant testimony during this retrial. Nor will I stand for a simple repetition of the evidence presented in the last trial. I'm not planning on repeating anything that phony me said. Trust me. How do you know what he said? Where's the court record? Now then, Mr. Gadot, please summon your first witness. Let's start with the formalities, shall we? Name and occupation. Witness, state your name for the court. Huh? Oh, sorry, sir. The name's Police Department Detective. Occupation, Dick Gumshoe. Other way around, detective. Huh? Oh, sorry. Anyway, I'm the officer in charge of this case since yesterday, sir. Since yesterday? Yeah, the guy who was on the initial investigation. Just tied up with another case now. What case? Hope Gumshoe's really got everything under control. For everyone's sake. I see, so Detective Gumshoe. Could you outline for the court the basic facts of the case? Yes, sir. The victim's name was Glenn Egg. Or Elg, even. Egg. Yeah, Egg from. He was a professional programmer. He was on the payroll of Blue Screens Incorporated. Blue Screens, okay, interesting. A local company. This is the victim's autopsy report. The court accepts this into evidence. Glenn's autopsy report added to the court record. Died of potassium cyanide poisoning. Ooh, painful death. The time of death was between 1:30 and 2:30 p.m. Why the hour difference? And here are the floor plans of the restaurant. Okay. And the incident took place, the victim was sitting right here. Where were the other people we know of sitting? Because there can't have been many customers. So it's that case of like, if the old man was sitting at the bottom left table, on the right hand side, he wouldn't see anything. Maybe just something, but he'd have to look. And if he was on the top left one, if he was in the top left on the left, he'd see him walking to the table. But if he was on the right, no way would he see anything. He'd maybe hear something, but that doesn't mean anything. So it's like, if they were the only other two people in there, they, like, Armstrong and the old man, it's like, yeah, maybe they just didn't see anything. Doesn't mean he wasn't there, though. The poisoned coffee was brought over to him by the waitress. The waitress being the accused. Yeah. The victim died from poisoning almost immediately after he took a sip of coffee. At the time of the incident, there were 2 other people in the restaurant. Mr. Gene Armstrong, the owner and chef, could have easily put the poison in the drink in the kitchen, could he not? And a regular by the name of Victor Kudo. Wait. It still seems to be a very straightforward case to me. Trés Bien floor plans added to the court record. Come, detective. Take up this hammer and nail the defendant's coffin shut with your own 2 hands. Now then, Detective Gumshoe, let's have your testimony. Yes, sir. The incident. When the incident took place, the victim was alone at his table, sir. We understand that the guy, Glenn Elg, was listening to the radio at the time. Traces of poison were found in his coffee cup. And what we found was potassium cyanide. That stuff really packs a punch. And, it looks like Miss Beard might have had, well, some kind of motive. Mace nodded off again. Using the dark aromatic depths of coffee to conceal the poison. Classy lady. The facts of this case seem to be ironclad. Mr. Wright, I would ask you to begin your cross-examination, but... Yes? Please, no intimidation tricks this time around, is that understood? I already told you, that wasn't me. The incident. When the incident took place, the victim was alone at his table, sir. Let's press on most of these, I feel. Can I stop you for just a minute? Huh? What is it? Did I say something that contradicts the evidence? He's so desperate for that to be true, he's practically crying. Your testimony just now doesn't match the testimony given by Miss Beard. She claims that there was another man at the victim's table. Yeah, that's what she said. And I... What killer wouldn't say that when faced with a homicide conviction. Hey. Sadly, her testimony isn't supported by the owner of the other or the other customer. Isn't that right, Detective Gumshoe? Yeah, it's true. Their two testimonies tie up on that. They both said there was no other guy at the table, but how do they know? What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? Well, the fact it's giving me the option, let's go for it. Well, maybe the other witnesses just missed him, yeah. Perhaps their view of the victim's table was obscured in some way, yeah. Huh. That argument is as weak as the coffee at Trés Bien, Trite. It's not that weak, to be honest. I have here in my possession a ticket. A ticket? Looks more like a photo to me. Yes, a one-way ticket to Guiltyville. Population, the defendant. Yeah? This is a photograph taken from near the entrance to the kitchen. And? This is the scene as witnessed by the chef moments after the poisoning took place, correct? He could have got up and left. I think the court will agree that with such a clear view of the scene of the crime. How, Mr. Trite, could anyone have overlooked a second person at the table? Oh, that just means at that point there wasn't anyone there. It doesn't mean the entire time there was no one there. Certainly seems to show the victim's table extremely clearly. Photo added to the court record. No, I'm not having it. No. No. We understand that the guy, Glenn Elg, was listening to the radio at the time. He was listening to his radio, you say? Yeah. He had a portable radio in his chest pocket. Maggie told us that too, didn't she? Something about how one of them had some sort of earpiece. What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? Again, if it's given me the option. And what was in that... What was it the victim was listening to on the radio, Detective Gumshoe? Huh? How should I know? Thanks a lot. We're now one step closer to the middle of nowhere. This isn't going very well, is it? Detective? Could you perhaps tell us about the poison and how it was used? Traces of poison were found in this coffee cup. How do you know it was a coffee cup? So traces of the poison were found in the coffee cup and nowhere else? Not sure I get you, Pearl. Was the poison a liquid? Was it a powder? If I had to put it in layman's terms, I'd say it was a powdery substance. So the poison could have been in anything that was on the table. Sugar, salt, pepper. Objection! Huh. You put salt and pepper in your coffee, Trite. Put sugar in it to make it taste anywhere near drinkable. Like 50% sugar. The victim took his coffee black with no sugar. Yeah. So we just may as well add a pile of dirt. Got it. Seems that the poison could only have been in the coffee. What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? Go for it. Why not? Are you absolutely certain the victim even drank any of his coffee? Huh? What do you mean? According to this file, the poison was found in the victim's coffee cup. But what proof is there that the victim ever drank any of it? Oh, hey, you're right. That's what I was thinking. In case you were wondering, that last objection was for the detective there. Huh? For me? Oh, hey, you're right. You may be fooling the court, but I'm not falling for it. You have the time to waste. You have the time to present that piece of evidence. That piece, sir? Yes, that piece. What piece was it again? This. Oh my. Should I be grateful this coffee's only hot enough to give me first-degree burns? Oh, now I remember. This is the, victim's coffee cup. Ah, yes, I see the mark on it. Yes, the victim's cup. Take a good look at the rim. Oh yes, it's unmistakable. There's clearly a coffee stain on it. Conclusive proof that the victim did drink the poisoned coffee that was in this cup. The victim gulped down the bitter death that the waitress brought to him. Like this. Ugh. For the record, the only prints on the cup were the victims and the defendants. Coffee cup added to the court record. Upon further investigation of this cup, we found a certain chemical substance. And what we found was potassium cyanide. That stuff really packs a punch. Potassium cyanide, I've heard of that chemical before. Exactly how strong is the poison, Detective Gumshoe? Oh, it's quite strong. Cyanide is very bad for us, humans. That stuff's lethal. Eat too much and you're in history. How much is too much? Not much. A lethal dose is 0.2 grams. That's about enough to finish anyone off. 0.2 grams? How much is that? You know when you swab your ears for earwax? Yeah, about that much. Earwax, huh? Sounds like something Gumshoe's got an abundance of. Such a small quantity of poison could have been concealed anywhere. And, it looks like Miss Bird might have had, well, some kind of motive. Some kind of motive? Yeah, but if you ask me, it's been blown way out of proportion. You know what my golden rule is, Detective. Chuck out a bad cup of coffee, you can always get another. I like how he points out, yeah, you could always get another bad cup of coffee. He didn't say get a good one, he just said get a bad one. Huh? I don't get it. I'm saying we can always get another witness on the stand if we have to chuck you out. Gulp. So stick to the facts, Detective. Now then, what was Miss Bird's motive? Come on, Gumshoe. They said she wanted to steal a lottery ticket. I knew it. That's what we've heard yesterday, too. It disappeared from the scene of the crime. And it wasn't just any lottery ticket. It was a winning ticket for $500,000. Oh, $500,000? I'd like $500,000. Mr. Armstrong knew about the ticket too, didn't he? But he stole the wrong one. Then, is it possible Maggie stole the winning one? What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? Press harder! Wait a minute. The mere fact that the lottery ticket disappeared in no way implicates my client. Huh. I have here in my hand the very ticket in question. We'll cash it in. That's the $500,000 lottery ticket. One of the female police officers found it when she was conducting a search of the defendant. What? Oh, guilty! Order! I make the guilty verdict here. Huh. She's quite a lucky bird, our little waitress. You will submit that ticket as evidence to the court, immediately. I better keep an eye on that ticket. Bet the judge's voice is quivering. Victim's lottery ticket added to the court record. The ticket was presented to the court in the previous trial too, but it feels heavier now somehow. $500,000, you say? It's just a scrap of paper. What matters is where it was found, Your Honor. And that's on Maggie's person, unfortunately. That's enough. The facts of this case seem overwhelmingly clear to me. She's guilty. I'm going to just, $500,000, you said? Goodbye. The defendant had ample opportunity to commit the crime of which she is charged. Furthermore, it seems beyond reasonable doubt that she did indeed commit this crime. I like an old man who knows the score. There is also the matter of the $500,000 lottery ticket. That alone provides a very credible motive. I mean, that sum of money, even I might be tempted to bend the rules. Don't mind an old man who is weak to the siren call of money. Not good, Nick. The evidence against Maggie is starting to pile up fast. Yeah, that's because the court has ruled guilty once already. But the judge just said it could easily be bought off with a bribe, basically, so... You know, go that route. I'd say it's about time to wrap up this repeat performance with one final decisive piece of evidence. He's got more evidence against Maggie? This is the apron the delightful Miss Bird was wearing at the time. Wow, that's not the cleanest apron I've ever seen. That stain looks like... Can't be. Blood, can it? Huh. Seems the star of our play was a little flustered. And somehow spilled coffee on herself. The coffee? That's not exactly the first thing that caught my eye. Of course, the coffee stain isn't the most interesting thing about this apron. No, there's something else that stands out even more. Something else? I presume you mean... Of course, referring to the pocket. The pocket? Search carried out right after the incident uncovered this. Potassium cyanide, the very poison used by the killer, was in her apron pocket. A bottle of poison in Maggie's pocket. Yeah, and Maggie's prints were the only ones on it. What? Oh, guilty! I've warned you before. Order. This court will accept these items into evidence. Oh, crap. That's a big one right there, like... Something's still bothering me. Mr. Gadot, why have you not explained the bloodstain to the courtroom? Bloodstain? What bloodstain would that be? Don't play games, prosecutor. The blood-colored stain that's smeared all over the apron. That's ridiculous. No one told me anything about a bloodstain. You don't need to be told. Just look at it. Oh, detective. Could the stain really be blood? No way, sir. It's just ketchup, sir. Ketchup? She must have gotten some on her apron while they're taking someone their breakfast that day. Okay, well that would be the old man. You could have spoken up a little sooner, Detective Gumshoe. Well, a stunt like that again and I'll have you drink 17 cups of ketchup, witness. Be better than the coffee. Ugh. Well, everyone knew what it was already. I haven't seen anything yet to make me doubt the last ruling I made on this case. The motive, the opportunity, and the supporting evidence. They have all been clearly established. Well, Trite. Seems you really are a phony after all. You really know how to drive a man nuts. Witness, please continue with your testimony. Describe for the court the crime scene and the findings of your investigation there.